Now we are going to talk about, in this time, we'll talk about the prayer of the sick or disabled. I remind you, as we mentioned before, that if someone is ill, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or not? We said, yes, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no excuse as long as he is conscious of time. As long as the sick person is conscious of time, understand or is conscious that this is Fajr time, this is Dhuhr time, this is Maghrib time, this is Isha time. So this person pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We said that when we recite the Holy Quran, there is prayer for the people even who fight. Imagine that people who are fighting, there is a prayer to them. There is a special prayer to them. There is a special prayer to them. So we say that as Muslim, we pray to Allah in no circumstances. Even if we are sick, even if we are disabled or very old, or such as the woman in the picture who lie on the bed, she cannot move. All these people pray to Allah. Again, as long as the person is conscious of time. Conscious of time. If he is not conscious of time, this, of course, Allah will not ask him because he is not conscious. But as long as the person is conscious of time, he pray to Allah. Now, how can the person who is disabled pray, or he is lying on the bed, or a very old man? There is hadith of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ teach us that pray standing. We pray normal standing. If you are unable, pray sitting. If you are unable to do this, pray on your side. Or even if someone is completely, he cannot move any limb, he cannot move his body at all, he can just pray by signs. He can just pray by the movement of his finger. But he prayed to Allah. We mentioned, sister, the only excuse for a woman who is menstruating or postnatal bleeding. Woman give birth to a baby. A woman is bleeding. So this is the only excuse that the woman does not pray. But as Muslim, we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in all circumstances. So if we are ill, we pray to Allah. And I think some people ask the scholar that someone just come out of surgical operation. Someone just did surgical operation. So this person pray or not? As we mentioned, if he is conscious of time, he pray to Allah. Of course, if there is a wound or there is a cut in his body, maybe there is blood, he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As we mentioned before, he can do tayammum. We talked about tayammum, that he just hit his hand, his two hands on a dust or clean sand. Of course, if he cannot move, someone you can bring him or bring here some sand or something. Just he hit his hand on the dust or on the sand and wipe his face, and then wipe his two arms, and then pray to Allah whatever his condition, whatever her condition. Okay, so for the person who just finished surgery, he pray or not? Yes, he pray to Allah. If someone cannot move at all, he pray or not? Yes, he pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay, as long as he is conscious of time, he is conscious what happened around him, so he prays to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As long as he has normal mental abilities, he pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And as we said, according to his condition. Remember, sister, that the great rule in Islam, لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها. Allah never asks us to do something which is beyond our ability. So if you cannot stand up, as Hadith of Prophet Muhammad mentioned, if you cannot stand up, you can pray while sitting. If you cannot sit, if you lie on the bed, you can pray while lying on the bed. No problem. But you pray to Allah. The prayer is your connection, is the connection between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is the connection between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This about the prayer of the sick or disabled. The prayer of the sick or